Sorry to disappoint Mr. Smith, but he seems to be under a misapprehension. A vital... I've forgotten what I said, Pete. Knock it off.
Choose your own moment again on the traffic.
Sorry to disappoint Mr. Smith, but he seems to be under the misapprehension that a vital piece of evidence is missing. Well, it's not. This is one of his birds, and he seems to think that whatever the DNA testing has said, he will be able to get away with having lied to the DOE about the parentage of this bird, because the ring applied under the DOE's supervision is missing. Can't... Whoops.
Fine, I'm
Yeah.
running. How we go? I'm running.
Mr. Smith seems to be labouring under a misapprehension that a vital piece of evidence is missing. Well, it's not. Let me explain. This is one of his birds, and whatever he said... No, that's not going to work. Mr. Smith seems to be labouring under a misapprehension that a... Mr. Smith seems to be labouring under a misapprehension that a vital piece of evidence is missing. This is one of his birds, a bird he said was bred in the wild. He also... I have to think of...
Fine, choose your moment with the traffic again, yeah?
This is one of the birds Kenneth Smith sold to us. She's well on the way to recovery now. She told us the bird was wild caught.
Starting again, okay.
This is one of the birds Kenneth Smith told us... No.
Put that arm down, it looks strained on that one there. That's better. Put it out the shot then. Right.
This is one of the birds Kenneth Smith told us was what... No, I winked and squinted then. This is one of the birds Kenneth... It's a bad day. This is one of the birds Kenneth Smith told us was wild caught and told the DOE was captive bred. Where were we going from there, Peter? Well on the way to recovery, then what? This is one of the peregrines Kenneth Smith sold us. She's now...
Sorry, but you had a... more mouthy. Take a swallow and try again.
This is one of the peregrines Kenneth Smith sold us. He told us she was wild caught. He told the DOE she was captive bred. And he seems to be labouring under the misapprehension that one of the vital pieces of evidence against him is missing. Well, it's not. The DOE ring, which proves that he lied to the DOE, is still there.
Because we could lay the whole thing over the end. I'm running now purely on the ring number that is absolutely freeze in position because every movement looks like an
Okay.
earthquake. In with the finger. Closer. That's it. Adjusting the exposure. Choose your own moment with the traffic.
This is one of the peregrines that Kenneth Smith sold us. Fortunately, she's now well on her way to recovery. He told us she was wild caught. He told the DOE she was captive bred. And he seems to be labouring under a misapprehension that a vital piece of evidence against him is missing. Well, it's not. The ring, the identification ring here that every bird wears, that proves he lied to the DOE, is still there.
Right, I'm running. If you look at Roger, you pick it up in your own good time.
Chris, what's the reaction been since it's become generally known in the falconry world that you're with us, as it were?
It's been extremely varied, Roger, from threats to blow off my legs before the programme comes out, or people have rung me up and said, well done.
So,
And
did you expect such a strong reaction?
I expected a reaction, but some sort of people that I thought were in the hierarchy of falconry rang me up and said, what the hell are you doing? What are you playing at?
Why do you think that was?
I think they felt that it should have been them instead of me doing the job.
A little bit of professional jealousy.
I would say a lot of professional jealousy, Roger.
But that doesn't go to helping the problem be solved, does it?
It goes nowhere at all. I think we should all be united in this, in stopping these thieves taking birds from the wild.
Shall we have another go, Peter?
I'm not.
Chris, what's the reaction been since it became known that you were with us?
The reaction has been totally varied, from threatening to blow my legs off before the programme comes out, and some call saying, well done, you're doing a good job.
Did you expect such a strong reaction?
No, not really. I didn't think we'd get the reaction from the professionals in the business ringing me up and saying, what the hell are you doing?
Why do you think there were those who went as far as to suggest that you might get your legs blown off, to use your phrase?
In my opinion, they've got a lot to hide, trying to stop things.
And why then should not the professional falconers get together and help instead of saying, what are you doing?
Well, this is the thing that's flabbergasted me. I would have thought they would have rung me up and say, what can we do to help?
Right, Pete, that was better. What would you like to do to these thieves and charlatans?
Oh,